Hello. Today, kind of taking a different turn from the stuff we've been working on so far. I figured that I'm looking into doing a project which involves using the Discord game SDK, and that's available in several languages, notably C++ and I believe JavaScript. However, I noticed that there were no mappings for Java, and for various reasons this project has to be done in Java, and so I figured that I could begin working on creating a series of mappings for the API in Java. Now, as you can see, I've already started working on some stuff, but I haven't really gotten further than importing the SDK, and I also have created a Java project. So, quick review of that. Sorry, this is a different project. Currently, the way that I'm trying to compile things is with /wall and /wx. So if we go to here, that's enabling all warnings and then treating those as errors, and I just find that that's usually easier to catch, and then I also like knowing exactly where the computer will find problems with your code. I mean, why fix something that the computer can catch for you? And so you can see, though, that leaves a bunch of warnings found in all of the Discord libraries, which, because some of those are being treated as errors, is preventing even this blank project from compiling. So, to work on that, what I've been working on was we're going to create a small program which is just going to go through all of these H files and CPP files and essentially append pragma warning push 0 and pragma warning pop, and that will go through all the files and just disable all warnings. So progress on that. I've just created a JFile chooser, allow it to disable selecting all files. We're actually only going to be using directories, so I don't even think we need that. Sure, you can select multiple directories, and then we're just going to prompt the user, and that's all I've done so far. So continuing with that, for each directory in c.getSelectedFiles, actually we can just use some recursion here and say clear disable warnings for that directory, and then disable warnings is just going to say for file dir dot list files. Then we can just do if file is directory, then disable warnings directory, and then continue. And there you go. That will allow us to now process each file, and you can see for this we're just using CPP and H files. So we then say if file dot, hang on. So we want to create a string. Actually, we can do this a little simpler and just create a global variable. So public static final, and then we use a file name extension filter. And then we're going to just list the valid files as being CPP, H, and then while we're at, we can also add C and HPP files, because they all more or less will allow for this format. And then I think we should just be able to say if valid files dot accept, even better, you can just list valid files. And does it not like that? thought you extended file filter. So why doesn't it like... java.io.filefilter, and this is java.swing.filechooser.filefilter. Now, why would Java create two classes with the same name? Here. What if we do... Is it like that? Yes, it does. So, essentially, it appears that because FileFilter only is a functional interface, we can just point its accept method to the accept method of the file name extension filter, and that appears to work. So then, we can just... We're going to need a way to read and write these files. So, because I don't want to have to create like cache files and stuff, and these are all text files, so we can just create a lines array like this, and then try buffered reader reader is going to be a new buffered reader, which reads from a new file reader. And then does buffered reader support a... There we go. Yeah. So this equals reader dot lines dot, we just collect, and then here, why don't we convert these to a list? So we'll have a list of string. And then, again, ideally I would do reading and writing in the same try statement so that we could just run a mapping function on it or something. But I don't think, but that won't really work because we want the reader to close the file before we start writing to that same file. So then lines dot add, so the first element is going to be pragma warning push 0, and then we're going to add all, and because we now have to initialize it, we will just set it to a new array list. And then finally, at the end of the file, actually, if lines.get lines.size -1, so if we get the last line of the file dot is empty, then lines dot add so if the last line is empty, then we'll add the line before the last line, being pragma warning pop, and otherwise, actually, hang on, the line is empty. Otherwise, if the line is not empty, then we will have to add a line after it. So actually, we can just say if it's empty, then the index will be lines.size -1, otherwise lines.size. And there we go. Then finally, we're just going to create a buffered writer. Writer is going to be a buffered writer pointing to a file writer to the file. And then I think we should just be able to say writer dot write. Does it have a write lines function? Does not. let's see here. If lines dot iterator, yes, that will work. So if we create an iterator over string, which is an iterator, which is just going to be lines dot iterator, then what we can do is if writer dot, or no, we want to do while iter dot itr dot has next writer dot write iter dot next if dot has next writer dot new line, and actually can make this even better. So like that. So if we imagine this, if we imagine our file being test 1, 2, 3, and then a blank line, and then actually just this, then our output file when writing this is going to go writer.write test, then it has next, we're going to do a new line, then it's going to print 1, has next, 2, and then still has next, and 3. But then there's no next line, so we aren't going to receive an extra new line at the end of the file being added by the program. And if the file already has a new line, then that will still be copied over. And obviously, this will add the pragma warnings to the beginning and end of the file. And then for semicolon just means loop forever. And then once we run out of elements, we will just stop looping. So there we go. And that should actually work. So I should now be able to run this program. And then if I point it at source, repos, JNI game SDK, CPP, and hit disable, then theoretically that will have gone through and disabled all of the warnings. Which it did not, but it certainly got closer. So a lot of these are in the CPP files. Did it not push them? No, it did. Interesting. Huh. So actually, if we just manually say warning, what is it? Disable : we are in overlay manager, so you can see like sort by file. Oh, you can see that we have a few in overlay manager. Whoops. And these are all this is say 26812. So 26812, save, and if we rebuild, let's see if that gets rid of it. Huh. Interesting. Why does that not disable them? One second, let me look into this. Okay, so for the time being, I've gone ahead and restored all of these files. What I wanted to try was manually adding pragma warning disable to 4711, because that seems to be the most common error, and we will see if this goes and gets it. If not, then I might just have to disable it globally. So let's see what happens. Source repos. Disable. And then you can see that that has gone through and specifically disabled warning 4711. And then if we rebuild, you can see that actually did get most of them. Huh. It's interesting that some of these have to be disabled manually. I'm going to go through and do same for these then, I guess. So moving that to the other monitor, looks like the other error codes are no, wrong one. Are 4710 and pragma warning disable 26812. So I have no idea what's up with these specific codes, but unless I find another way to disable them, then I guess this is the way we're going to do it. And while we're at it, I'm going to go and reset all these files so that this one doesn't end up adding 50,000 pragma warning pushes to the file. So if we just run that, then disable, and you can see that has gone through and requested that all of these be disabled. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, someone wanted to talk to me. I am back. So let us try building. And with that, looks like the only one we have is one in this file is right here. Nope. Guess it's gone. All right. So with that, we have officially disabled all of these basic errors that come with the library. So next up, over here, I have the Discord documentation for the library. So I think what we might just do is start running down the list and porting over methods. This could take a while, but it is a chance to do JNI code, which is something that I have not done in a while. So to begin, let us include jni.h and also include CL. I can spell. Let's see. Does it let me do that? No? Or do I have to do, does it let me just include everything? No? Okay, I have to do this manually. Fine. Let us just go and does it show me how many files there are? It does not. Actually, nope, this just allows you to import everything. And it auto disables stuff, so good all around. So if we just include Discord Game SDK, CPP, discord.h, that should include all of those files. And just to be safe for JNI, we're going to warning push 0 and pragma warning pop. And that should be good. So, start on that. I have a package here where we can start working. Can I just close all? There we go. So I guess where to begin? Well, we have this, so let's start working. starting from the top. Yeah. All right. So, trying to think how we should begin. Does it actually, we might just be able to go through header files if we start with discord.h. You can see we start with types.h. So, oh, what? No, types. There we go. So this could take a bit. So I guess what we should do, well, let's just start running through this. So managers, functions, error handling, Discord core. Within Discord core, there is a function called this. All right. So starting here, I think we can say empty Java file. Result. And this is going to be an enum, which is going to basically consist of all of this. So there we go. And now we have to change, do you let me replace with regular expressions? Yes, you do. How nice. So we replace characters which are not space plus. So there we go. Then followed by a space, then equals space, and then a capturing group, which like this, 0-9 plus. So essentially any set of characters which is not a space and equals some number, replace with, how does it do this? Is it $? 1 equals $1 open close $2. There we go. Lovely. Then at the end we will have a semicolon instead of a comma because that is all of them correct. Yes. And then public's final int code, private result int code. And then this is going to be a this dot code is code, and there we go. Next up, we can say, we can also create a public static result from code int code is going to be equal to for result in values. So we're just going to iterate over everything in here, and then if result.code is code, return result. And then otherwise we will just throw new illegal argument exception, no result exists for code. There we go. And there we go. So next up, we have, these are environment variables. I think Java has an equivalent for log level, so we don't need to care about that. Create flags, we do not have that. Where am I looking? Here. Create flags. .discord. Enum create flags. And this is mostly going to look the same. Just going to have default. Actually, we can probably just do that, and then replace the actual enums with default, and no require Discord. Actually, do these have numbers associated with them? Yes, they do. There we go. Next. Oh. Next. No. And I'm saying this shouldn't look like that. Change that here as well. No, result is capitalized, exists is lowercase, code is lowercase. Next, create. So now we are in Discord land. So, or in functions. So now, what we should do, this is annoying. So the way they suggest doing this is you create a pointer to a struct, and then you call create on that. So this allocates it, and then ++ pointer destructor that destruction. And hang on, while we're at it, let me just flip myself over to this window. And there we go. So you should complete. So what I'm wondering about is that it says that C++ does not include a deconstructor for the core. So, but if the core is created by a method, when is that deconstructed? Sure. The pointer itself is deallocated, however. Alright, well, if we just JNI there's a JNI export, if I remember correctly, right? Export. JVM export. Then there's JNI call. How long has it been since I've worked with JNI? Too long? This is why I brought up a sample project, so that I can have a look at it. Yeah. using the namespace std string jni.h. This looks right to me. So according to this, I should just be able to say, oh, of course, extern C. But then, oh, std? No, definitely not. That should work. We just try exporting a JString. That works. JNI call. This should be defined. Define JNI import or export. So according to this, none of this is actually defined. This is very interesting. So it's looking for JNIMD.h, which I thought I included. If we just go to JDK, I'm using JDK 8, which is different than usual, but whatever, it shouldn't matter. If you include JNI.h, oh, do you also have to include, yeah, you also have to include Win32. All right, that would be why. Win32. That should hopefully fix it. And there you go. All right, so I think the way that I want to allocate pointers will be through JStrings. Yes. So it will be annoying to pass this back and forth, but hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. If we just say include map, then we should be able to say just looking at, it's been a while since I've done C++, these are H files. No. Yeah, so you just create a map like that. Good. So we just map JString to Discord core, or actually just map JStrings to pointers. Does that work? Does it not like that? Map is not a template. Yes, it is. It should be. Oh. Space std. That fixes it. And what does it not like? All right. So, we think about how you want to do this. We just create core JNI. Public class core JNI, and actually, it's gonna have private constructors. So there we go. Because this is just going to contain all of our native methods. So public. Actually, the way that I normally define these is slightly different. Yeah. So if I bring back my DLL main does this require that I do nonsense? Not yet. I don't think. Sorry, looking at this again. I thought that in order for stuff to export correctly, I had to include some specific header files. Is that not true? Do I maybe just not have to do that? Alright, well, we will look into that when it actually comes time to compile this, but until then, I think I'm going to take a similar approach to what I did with that project, and DLL main is going to be where I'm actually just essentially say include I can do it like this. Discord core.h, and then also, actually, while I'm at it, include JNI.h. Pragma warning pop. Pragma warning push 0. So, if we have a look at this, I know that file doesn't exist yet. We'll get to that. Always add using namespace std to files, because otherwise you have to put std : in front of any standard library stuff. And then we can extern C, and this is where we'll actually put all of our export code, which means that we can reserve our actual Discord JNI.cpp file, which I will rename to Discord core, for specifically Java for the actual implementation of these functions, right? Yeah. So then rather than having to write all this Java JNI call stuff in here, we save that for the other file, and this just gets JString Java test. And while we're at it, we need a header file for this. Discord core, which is going to have essentially that at the top, and then wait, do these not all include Pragma ones? They do. They do. We're good. All right. In that case, we can begin. So then, rather than needing all of this here, no. Where am I looking? You can stop having to do this because JNI will. Well, no, we should add that. Okay. Now under Discord core.cpp, we can just include Discord core.h, and now we have everything nice and included. So, JString Java test. It's not Java test. So, the first function we should create, this is going to be Java and then the package name, so com. Oh wait, what am I saying? This is specifically in here. All the naming stuff can be done in another file later. So, in that case, let me find Discord documentation, and then we will start by creating a create function, which is going to contain int64. It's going to be a 64-bit ID. So if we just have a look at, shoot, I didn't add it to this, plus actually, what am I saying? That's just a JLong. Which, well, that might be problematic because Java will try to use a signed value, and I think Discord might expect an unsigned value, maybe. In any case, JLong is just going to be underscore int64, yeah. So I'm going to use a JLong client ID and J int create flags, and that is just going to be that is just going to be the value from create flags here. So then what we'll end up passing this to is we'll say Discord core pointer. This is just copying from the documentation. They recommend doing this to create it. Create client ID. Ooh, what is a Discord client ID? Oh, Discord client ID is just going to be a int64t, which is long, which is, yeah, they're probably the same type. They're both int64s, aren't they? Let's hope that'll work. And then this is also an int64 flags. So we cast to, I think because this is already an int, we can just pass in flags and a pointer to core. Is that right? Nope, sorry, that is not how you create pointers. That is how you create pointers. It's been too long. So that will create it, and then core dot. You don't have a destroy function though, do you? You do have a destructor. Sorry, this is just still bewildering me how they expect this to be destroyed. Actually, in the world we have access to the library. Let us have a look. So core create. So it does have a destructor, but I'm not sure when it expects this to go out of scope. Huh. C++ does not include destroy method because the destructor does the work for you, but it's a pointer. So when does it expect this to be destroyed? Did it say Discord core create SetLogHooks? I'm honestly at a loss here as for what it expects you to do. Well, if it suddenly starts disappearing in testing, then we'll know where to look first. And actually, because this is in Discord core, Discord core. There we go. Because this will only ever be storing core pointers. So now, hang on, I have code that I've already written to do basically this. Actually, what am I saying? Don't I have a Utils class? I don't need all of this, I don't think. Actually, I don't need most of this. Do I? Can you show me Utils? I don't know, I wrote this a long time ago. Sure, here we go. This will generate a random string, I think. Do I actually have... I might just want to copy over like this entire utils file. Do I need... I don't want anything which has Windows headers in it though, which is the annoying part. Can we... Well, how about this? I will go and copy over all of them, which I think, does it just let me drag these? If I just like drag utils.cpp over here, doesn't like that. Drag utils, nope, it doesn't want to do that. We will just copy it then. Utils.h is going to just copy that. However, we don't need all of this, so anything having to do with converting to Unicode, throw exception random string, sure. This is all stuff that I don't think we need. Don't need that, and I don't believe I need any of this. There. However, I do need some of these imports, I guess. So if we just adjust this to delete that. Now, what don't I need? Do I need IOStream? Just start deleting until stuff starts breaking. I think if I just keep string and JNI, then do that. Does this build without any problems? Or does it start finding... Found stuff in JNI. Keep 26812 in there. And actually, because apparently that will now be needed everywhere, where we import JNI. There we go. And now other errors that it doesn't like. Oh yes, this can return an error code, can't it? Yes, it can. All right. So, in order, what we have to do, 1, argument j into un signed unsigned mismatch. Yes, so I was right. Discord does expect an unsigned integer. Now, there are 2 ways we can do this. We can either start taking in string IDs, or we can expect users to like convert. Now, it makes much more sense to just start using JString. But this creates a problem, which is that strings have to be converted to, oh, shoot. Well, you know what they say. If you have a problem, chances are someone on the internet has done it for you. First of all, how in the world do you convert JStrings out again? It's just getString utils, got it. And then char asterisk to u long 64. Is that right? Hello? Google? Here we go. AOTI. Maybe you have a C similar functions thing in here. What is with my internet today? If we just ping. That is probably not a good sign. It's been doing this a lot lately. No idea why. Does that mean we're back up? Got 1 packet through? Does not mean that we're back up. All right, 1 second. I'm going to just pause the recording until I can get the page to load, which didn't involve pausing it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's have a look at AOTL. So according to this, what do we have to import for this? stdlib. Include stdlib. So AOTL. Long int AOTL. Does it not support? Is there not a function to do this to long? Here we go. So, oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm not by default showing my other screen. Looks like there's an strtoul function. Sure. Unsigned long and unsigned long long. So by this logic, we just have to type there should be a function called OULL, which does unsigned long takes in an unsigned construct as a pointer. Do you show an example? They do show an example. How in the world do they expect this to work? Sorry. So they expect this stop string, but I'm not seeing how they define that. Long integer. Oh wait, maybe we can just reverse engineer into this. So rather than this str stuff, what if we do ATOULL? Is that not a function? It is not. The most you can get is strtoll. No. Well, let's have a look at the documentation for this. So let's see. SC numbers and reference to whose value is set by the function. Okay. So does that mean we can just leave it? I think. Determines format used by this. So yeah, all right. So what we can do is we can say client ID point to get. Hello. Oh wait, no, you need like an instance of the JNI environment, don't you? So env get string UTF chars on the client ID and JNI functions. Oracle, providing documentation for all of us. String operations. So get string chars will return, or if isCopy is not null, then pointer isCopy is so we can just set it to null, I guess. Good. And then at the end, env there's a free function, release string UTF chars. Client ID C. And then this is just going to be equal to the result from this method. What does it return? Const jchar pointer. Const char pointer cannot be, nope, so the documentation lied to me. Well, whatever, it makes my life easier in the long run, because it means that now we can just write unsigned long client ID, and here we'll make this client ID S. There we go. Client ID is strtoull. So string to unsigned long, I guess, is going to take in client ID C, char pointer and char, I guess. Do I have to allocate anything to that? Nope. Yeah. So nchar, we're just going to pass in a pointer to nchar, and radix is 10. And there you go. Now client ID should be correct. And then it's just saying result of expression not used because we aren't doing anything with core map yet. So next up, actually, looking at the time, I'm going to have to go probably as soon as I finish this function. Actually, I never finished implementing this. What am I doing? Utils. And this is just going to copy over from my other utils file. Yay, simple enough. We can then delete all the stuff that we don't need. So that. We aren't using this, we aren't using this, we aren't using this. Enum string, no exception, and oh, did we actually use rstring anywhere? I'm not seeing it, so we can delete it. And we just quickly build. It's still giving some errors. Conversion from JInt to uint64t. I think we can just reinterpret cast, right? I'm probably gonna have to make sure of that, but uint64t, reinterpret it. Does it not like that? Invalid type conversion? No. JInt to uint64t. Why doesn't it like that? And the other one is, what the? T flags. Argument conversion from unsigned int64 T to Discord client ID. Oh no, that's the first one. Wait, then is client ID not an unsigned int64? Show me create, show me client ID. It's defined as an int64t. So it's just a regular long. Okay. And I think we just take out the unsigned there, and it should still work. Whoa. Not liking that. Why is it suddenly detecting all of these all of these Discord errors? Just not take 2 arguments. Here, looking up reinterpret cast. Yeah. CPU instruction is going converting between integers, pointers, and obscure structure. Expression of integral, pointer type conversion. Huh. I thought that this would allow us, if we just search up C++ into long. Oh, so we can just do a regular cast? Like that? Oh, what do you know? If we build that, then syntax error on close, comment out that, and why is it detecting all these weird C2645 errors? It's not. Good. All good. all good, all good. And so building that, there we go. One build, no problems, and unfortunately, by the looks of the time, I have to be going. I will pause and come back to this at a later time. See you in a bit. Hello, I am back. So since last time, I figured out one kind of important thing, which is that we can actually look at this source code. So what I figured out was that core is being allocated via the new keyword, which means that this pointer here will only be deallocated when we call delete on it, which means that we can do whatever we want to it and not have to worry about it going out of scope. So, did we finish copying over utils? Yes, we did. Alright, so, sorry, notifications. So, let's see. What was the difference between emplace and insert? It's been too long since I've worked on C++. I've probably said that about 50 times by now. Versus insert. Construct an object. Okay. Really? So in place constructs them. So if we want, so I think in that case we should probably do insert to avoid having to copy objects. And then, see, if I remember, it's make pair of, let's see. Oh, wait, this should be a, in fact, even better, this should just be a string. And it doesn't like strings, so we have to include strings. Include strings. There we go. So then, if we just say string key is going to be a, do I include utils? I do not. Now I do. When in the world did we call all this? Oh, so I can just do random string, and that works. Nice. Yeah. So key and map that to core. There we go. Brilliant. Then let us then say, yeah, just return. Oh, wait. You have to return JString. So how in the world do we make the JString? Let's see here. New string. Is there a new string function? Yes, there is. So looks like we can just say nv new string. See, what's the difference between these? Yeah, new string UTF. I think we can just return this, right? New string UTF of just takes in key.cstar. So convert this string to a constant char pointer, so an array of characters, and convert that to a JString and return it. I think that is correct, right? Probably. Let me just make sure that there's no weirdness with that. New string UTF. Yeah. Oh. Shoot. Alright, so 1 second, let me look into that notification. Okay, I'm sorry, I am back. Someone wanted to reschedule something. So, where were we? Oh yes, we now have this create function. And so now we can go implement the Java side of this, and actually while we're here I thought that this made more sense to be called flags. So you can just go and change that. Where? There we go. So now, in this core JNI, public native void create is going to take in string client ID and flag, and no, that is not right, and int flags. And to be fair, this should probably be limited to package level access. So there we go. Now let's see. Oh yeah, one of the things, two things that we have to look into is this returns a Discord result, so we have to have a look at that. And then this here, how does this handle errors? Here we go. Let's see here. String does not point to and where does not point to a valid pointer object. This is fine. Long int. If the value is out of range of representable values, the function returns u long max, and error no is set to e range. So what we can do is we can say if we just move, no, we need this. So what we should do is just out of curiosity, if result, so if this returns an error, does it automatically clear instance for us? Yes, it does. Nice. That is cool. Alright, so looking at this, if error no, how do we even check this value again? Error no is e range. I think that should work. Actually, let's just double check. Check error no. So yeah, you can just do that. Then I believe I have a utils function written for this in the header file. Throw ILA exception. Yeah. So ILA stands for illegal argument exception. Illegal argument and then exception. And then this requires env and message, which can just be, I don't know, in client ID is out of range. Or even better, just, yeah, no, that'll work. And then also, well, no, I think this is all fine. This is probably all fine. And then, if this happens, what we then want to do is we want to because we have to, well, no, we'll just we will free the characters, and then just return null, right? Just out of curiosity, JNI throw exception. Does this allow for just returning null when an exception is thrown? Oh, it actually allows you to just return like that. Of course, it doesn't like it. Probably because in Utils, no, it returns a JInt, so I don't think that's what we want to return. JNI return all after exception. Does that work? Here we go. Question does not work, doesn't pass. Is that returning null defined as this works perfectly is interpreted as null? Huh. Alright, well, I think it should work. So there we go. And then what we want to do next is we want to say Discord result. Result is this. So then if we make over here a new exception class, so say Discord error, is going to be in the CoolSpy3 Discord package, public class, error extends. I guess we could say that this extends runtime exception because it's meant to just return true. Wants a serial version UID, so we can generate one. And then static, no, public final result, and then we can generate it like that, and then generate it like just return, and that will, so we'll accept creating this with either a result from our list of possible results earlier or with one of these ID codes, which will just convert it to a, did this not work? Nope, just wasn't auto-completing. So there we go. And then actually we should probably earn with a message. How about result why isn't anything on result auto-completing? Is this just a glitch? Shouldn't be. You can just do name. So there. Now what that will say is it will have a message, Discord, result, and then the name along with parentheses and the number. So there we go. Use capitals. That's good. So now over here, we can actually adjust some of these. So like this was something I had for the other project I was using. And we can instead use throw Discord error is going to say takes in result, throw exception, and I win 32 is not right. CoolSpy3, and yes, we're using slashes instead of dots because that's how it's done. Discord error. And then second, I'm going to mute that. Alright, I think I have turned that off. So actually, wait, does this expect a string? It does. So throw new. Oh, that's interesting. So JNI's throw method expects a message. If we have a look at no, where is std vector casting? This guy. We have a look at the exception functions. Throw new. So it looks like it wants to So this one constructs the class, which I think is the key difference, whereas this just allows us to throw an object. So I think what we have to do is in here we have to create a void throw Discord exception, Discord error. It's going to take in pointer to the JNI environment, and Discord game SDK CPP Discord. And semicolon. There we go. So now we can go to utils.cpp and define this function, void throw Discord error. It's going to take in JNI environment pointer and a Discord result. This just has, okay. And then what we can say is, so JClass Discord error class is env. We're going to find the class, which is CoolSpy3 Discord error, and then if exception class is null, throw no class def found error this. 1 second. Okay, I am back. So where were we? Yeah, so In this case, we will throw a no class def found error and then just return. Next up, JObject exception is going to be, I think we can env new object. Oh shoot, what are all these different functions? Oh, that one's taking a VA list, this one's taking constant J value pointer. This one just does. Okay, hang on. Let's look at this. Object operations. Here we go. Construct a new object. Yeah, okay. So, what we want to do is we want to create a new J method ID constructor. So the way that JNI works is we first have to get the class, and then we have to get a reference to the actual constructor function. So even though like these are functions and these are constructors and they're different, in JNI they're basically two sides of the same coin. So get object method. I know there's a thing, get method ID, there we go, on the class, which is going to be scored error class. The name is called init, and the signature, if I remember correctly, is going to be a void function which takes in I, an integer, like that. Should probably double check that. JNI constructor signature. Here we go. So yeah, init, and then it's a void function. So there we go. And then from that, we'll create a new object of Discord error class using the constructor that we created, that we found. We didn't create it. And then we're going to make a JInt with the same value as result. And then env, well actually, this has the potential to throw a illegal argument exception, although it shouldn't. But if env exception check, does this return true if there is an exception? Exception check turns JNI true if there's a pending exception. So JNI true, then return. Otherwise, actually, better we can just, no, that's fine, because then we won't have actually created an exception that we can throw. So then sure. Otherwise, just env throw exception. And what doesn't it like about this? Can you just open this for a second? What is JThrowable defined as? Pointer to JThrowable, which is just a public JObject. So I think we can probably just say cast to a JThrowable. Does that work? There we go. That should probably work. And then here, if result is not equal to Discord result okay, then throw Discord error env result and return. There we go. And with that, I think we have written up this create method. And then let's see, did we write up, we also have the create method here. And then I think we can also say we just create a class called Discord package 3.discord. We're going to create a public class Discord. Oh, I'm apparently running something. We can stop that. In any case, public void or public Discord is going to take in string client ID and create flags, private final string, what is it, like ID? Is that correct? ID, right? No. What am I thinking? Handle. There we go. And we can just say handle equals core JNI dot, it's static, dot create client ID flags dot flags. And this is going to throw Discord error. Where is this? Oh, and this is not a void, this is a string. Throws Discord error illegal argument exception, which means that Discord will be able to throw both of these. And then implements closable. Wait, how does closable differ from auto closable? I just include that temporarily. So it includes a close method, auto closable, void close throws exception, close throws IO exception. So this can just implements auto closable, which means that we will be able to implement a close function, which again will pass down to destroy handle. So then this will, there's that. Then what we're going to have is Discord core getCore JString handle and oh, I haven't been writing these in the H file. Here can I namespace Discord JNI core, just to keep things a little more organized. Actually, oh no, you have to do it like this, because C++ space. Stop trying to fix my formatting. I know it's weird, but I don't want to have to tab everything over for namespaces. Makes it look nicer. There we go. And then over here in this, can I close like these utils files and such? Again. And there we go. So now we can also define a Discord core, getCore, string handle. There we go. And what this is going to do is format dot alright, this should also take in a JNI environment. Let's see. I know there was a good way to, I know I had this down before. Let's see. You can see I do it quite a bit. So So what you did was, you can just quickly say env, no, constant character pointer C handle CNV get string UTF chars J handle null string handle is string C handle. Actually, wait, does this actually somehow copy the characters? C++ string from const char pointer copy. So it looks like it copies it. Alright, in that case we should be able to env release chars J handle C handle, and then after that we have this handle, which we can then say actually I have done something slightly wrong, I think. I just have a look at the way that this is supposed to be done. Yeah, so the way this should be done is we define the string here, and then while core map dot count key is not 0, and this just makes sure that if somehow this string, this random function spits out a string that's already in here, we don't end up overwriting our references and such, albeit that is still unlikely, especially since you probably won't even be creating more than one Discord instance at once, but you can. So next if in the map we can find, if handle does not exist in the map, then throw illegal argument exception invalid handle Discord core handle to be more specific. And then why not add an exclamation point in there? Return null pointer. There we go. Well, there. Doesn't really matter, but whatever. Alright, that's correct. In any case, next up, handle release string chars. Next up, we can actually find it. So, yeah. So then just return core map. We want to find handle, and then from that we get second. There we go. And while we're at it, can we define, I think that we have really only one or two more functions that we actually need here, but we can see JString, no, void, destroy, destroy, so we now can create a method to actually delete these Discord objects when we're done with them. So essentially we will say if Discord core is getCore and handle. So we will attempt to retrieve it. If it is null, then we know that we did something wrong. Oh, 1 second, I am receiving a call. Alright, I'm back. So that was me being told that my internet should be better. Of course, it's currently reconnecting. So let's see. Core is null, then throw illegal argument exception. No, we already threw an exception, so we can just return. And then core map dot, I'm pretty sure there's a delete function. Let's just have a look at this. Erase dot erase. Oh shoot, I have to call this code again. So then change this to JHandle so that everything else works, and there you go. So that will destroy it. Now we will just create mappings for all of this. And void destroy takes in this, and there we go. All right. If you heard, someone is trying to call me, so be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So in any case, I think that this is basically a good place to leave it, although before we sign off, I do want to quickly write up the code that has to go in here, just to give an example for what it will look like. So this is going to be, you have to type JNI export, which is a macro which just expands to DLL spec DLL export, but in any case, then the data type, so we currently have two methods that we're exporting. Actually, I don't think I fully implemented destroy yet in Java, so we'll do that in a second. So starting with create, essentially this entire thing here, except it has a void. Sorry, you have to also type JNI call. And I believe we also take in a J class. There we go. Let me just make sure that that's consistent with the way that this is done. Yeah. And then from here, we can just type in Discord JNI core create and client ID s create flags and return. And that just means that, you know, all this JNI class, JNI export stuff, and this extern C which you have to use is all kept in one file. And so we will do the same for JNI destroy, or sorry, I'm not even naming these correctly. I'll do that in a second. Here, and actually, because we're in here, we can also use more descriptive variable names that don't have to have these extra letters on them for different data types and such. So handle, and this is going to be destroy, except you can't return it, and it is a void. There we go. And then these method names have to actually be Java underscore com. So the package name, spy3 Discord, then the class name, so core JNI, and then the function name in the class, so create, and then this is going to be destroy. And that is how we actually export these to Java. And finally, I don't think did I program this in here? No. So when we close it, we will just do handle, or no, sorry, Discord JNI, no, core JNI dot destroy handle. And there we go. And with that, I think that is done. Yeah. So I think that is where we shall leave it today. And then obviously I will come back and continue working on this in the future. All right. That's all I got for today. Boy. All right. Note from future self, or future from what you've just seen. I know I just did an outro, however, I just realized that we didn't actually go through and implement all of these functions, so it'd actually probably be better to end after we go and implement these last two. So let us go and do that. To start, we can just do them in the order that they are defined here. We have RunCallbacks, which just returns results, so void callbacks is going to take in essentially these same parameters, and it will just go and fetch core, and then essentially just do this. So let us adjust this code here. run callbacks. So we fetch the core, and then if it actually found one and it wasn't an invalid handle, then we will run callbacks on it, and we will throw an error if that is not an okay result. There we go. And actually, while I'm here, I also just noticed this one. I don't believe, yeah, we're not actually using core, so we go and delete the handle, but we don't actually clear core. So one thing that we should be doing is delete core. I think that's how it should be done. If we just look over here. Yeah, so we delete the pointer, we delete what we're pointing to, and then finally delete core. We'll just clear the variable, although to be fair, it'll go out of scope at this point. But there we go. Yeah. All right, and then continuing, we also need a, where is Discord core? We also need a void SetLogHook. So yeah. Can we let me think here. How about this? So to a, how can we do this? A J object log callbacks. So what we want to do is, shoot, I keep closing the stuff that I need. So it's going to be log level, min level, and a function which will take in a log level and constant hook. So I was thinking for this, I know Java has its own log level class, so we just look for level. You see that we actually have two. So this is, I think this is the one we want. If we just have a look at this, then yes, this is fine. So we now, if we can convert these into, if we can convert these log levels into actual log levels, then we should be good. So I think that, shoot, where am I looking? Here we go. So if we create a void set, what is it? SetLogHook, which will take in JNI environment, a J string, handle. Actually, this one can also just be called handle. J string handle, and what? Okay. Delete all of this. I don't know what that was. J string handle, and a J object callback. Then we should be able to do let's see here. How can we do this? If we create a void logHook, which will take in, no, just a string, string handle and a what was I doing? Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah. Which will take in a string handle, I think. Then SetLogHook can just be, can we first get the core using this method here, and then Discord, no. Then if we, on that, call SetLogHook, Discord log level, debug error info warn. Let's see, well, why don't we do something like this? So, how do we want to do this? Because this is going to be somewhat difficult, I think. So if we have JInt min level, that should do it, I think. Yeah, so then you can see I'm looking through the log class here, just have to look at what I have. So yeah, there's an int value. So what we can do is, can I define a header file, new item, define a header file, which is going to just be Discord Utils, which can pragma warning push 0, include Discord cpp core, no, Discord warning pop. There we go. Then we can define some functions in here. So we can define Discord log level from log level from JInt, takes in a JInt level. Then sorry, I'm wondering if there's a way to convert the value back into a level without having to just search all of these. Resolve parse equals hash code. Oh well. Oh, and I have to include JNI. Okay, so starting with this, this is we can make a new source file as well. Discord Utils. Includes Discord Utils.h. And then we will define this to be, I think we can just say Discord log level. Ooh, actually, can we even better switch level? No, that won't work. So we just say if level greater than equals, and then I'm just going to be cloning, looking at the int values on my other screen. So what are the ones that Discord provides? Error, warning, info, and debug. I think I'll map those to severe warning, info, and config in the Java land. So by that case, greater than equals 1000, return log Discord log level. Here, can I just type def Discord log level. Is it like that? No, I got these backwards. That's even worse. Hang on. Like that. That got it. Does this mean I can now in here do that? Yes, it does. Nice. Actually, that's fine. That is fine. So log level. Yeah, sure. Is it log level dot? No, must be colon. All right, error, and then just keep going. 900 is warning. 800 is info, and we'll just say anything below that is debug. There we go. So using that in Discord core, it's right here, we can include Discord utils. And why isn't this header file up to date? Oh well. Let's see here. In any case, over in Discord core, SetLogHook requires first of all the min level, so log level from jint min level, and a function which is the hook. So first things first, in utils, did I delete? Yes, I did. All right, I had in here, where I'm cloning this from, I used to have, was it rstring, which is a string which can clone a JString. So if I just add this back in, I think it's going to require that I implement these. It is. So let us just go to utils and have a look at, no, here we go. And then go to where am I looking? Where am I looking? Oh, here we go. Utils.cpp. And just add that in there. There we go. And with that, can I just go and look back through all of our current Discord core stuff, because I'm sure that I've now done stuff which can be simplified out, which I have. So, yes. Let us now say line C is Well, how is this used? I'm sure it is. Do I have a case of it? Find out references. So like here. Yeah, so we can just define it like this to make all our lives easier. So, we define J client ID, then we can do J client ID, and down here we can say string client ID equals, rstring client ID is rstring and J client ID. And now, rather than having to do all this stuff with string UTF chars and all this, this is just equal to client ID dot stir. There we go. Don't need that, and we don't need that. Client ID dot stir. No? What does it expect? Oh. And then, so we can just do that. Oops. Now we still... So now we will just create a rstring based off of this, and then we can use that, and rstring should take care of all of the actual allocation and conversion between different string types and whatnot. Same thing here in destroy. We are doing erase handle. So rather than doing that, we can say rstring handle equals actually even better, I think you can just do mj handle. You don't need the equals. Yeah, that is correct. And then you can just string handle dot stir. There we go. And while we're at it, let us just make that a little bit nicer. There we go. All right, now continuing down here. So min level, and then it's expecting a function which is going to be the hook. So see, we can write a lambda expression, I think. Is that how you... No. Lambdas are written like that, aren't they? Log level... Log level... level... const char pointer message. So there we go. Now we can also pass in how do we want to do this? If we say string handle, change this to jhandle. So if we create a string handle, and that is going to be equal to, and that is going to be made of an rstring, made the environment, and jhandle dot stir. There we go. Now we can pass that in as a local variable, and then all of this just calls log hook handle level message. Log level const char message. And there we go. That should be good. Oh, semicolon. So with that, I think that should do it. Right? And then, yeah. Okay, so now that that's set up, can I just say, let's see, how do I want to do this? So can we also add that callback? No. See, what I'm trying to do now is we have to make sure that callback is an instance of, I think this will make more sense if I write the Java side of this first. So we go to core JNI. We're going to have a static native void run callbacks. Just gonna throws I think, can we do Discord error and illegal argument exception? Yeah. And then we are also going to be defining, this is run callbacks. We are also going to be defining a static native void SetLogHook, which is going to be taking in a string handle, which this is also going to need, a level, no, int min level, and a consumer, no, a by consumer of level and, no, of level and, actually, to make this easier on the code side, we can just pass in an integer and a string handler. So that's what we'll be passing in. So what I want to do next is I want to say, does env have an instance of, what does that take? A J object and a class. So J class by consumer. So we want to check that it's an instance of a by consumer because C++ doesn't maintain that same object data directly. It's going to be environment find class Java util function by consumer. And then actually if by consumer is null, can I actually, no, that's fine. Then throw no class def found error for Java util by consumer. There we go. Next, and return. Next, we're going to say if not is instance of, or is assignable from. Hang on. No, is instance of call back by consumer. So if the callback is not an instance of by consumer, then throw illegal argument exception, and callback is not a by consumer. Return. And there we go. Otherwise, we'll go and we will set the log hook. Actually, even better, this should be set immediately, like regardless. So up here, when we're setting up all of our thing, right here, we can actually set the log hook. Well, we do it here, then key becomes this. However, we still don't have a min level. So I think what we can say is you know what? Let us just, for now, I'm going to keep Discord utils.cpp here. However, for now, we're just going to say Discord, or even better, I think we just have it log level debug. There, set it to the lowest one, and then we'll just pass through all messages to Java if we can. So, or we can just handle it like, Are there any restrictions on SetLogHook? So if we look here, SetLogHook registers RunCallbacks, runs SDK callbacks, blah, 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 blah. So, I think that we can undo this change that we just did. So that we get Discord to handle the actual logging of stuff, or the actual level filtering and all that, and we will pass along just the levels we want to us. Ideally, when it overwrites it, can we have a look at this? SetLogHook, disconnect all, disconnect std move. Now what is that? std move is to indicate that an object may move from to another object in particular, or produce an XY expression that identifies it. So it's changing its type, maybe. Well, in any case, it looks like this is an std function, so it should just go out of scope and be deallocated, I think, which means that we can just overwrite the log hook like this. Yeah, and then seems somewhat inefficient to do it this way. Let's see. Do we want to be able to set a min level? Nah. We'll do that. So then we don't actually need a min level because we are no longer taking one. And in here, we no longer need a min level. There we go. And then we will set the hand. We don't need this currently. No, we do. Yeah. So we're then going to say log callbacks dot if log callbacks dot count handle. So if there's already something in there with that handle, then log callbacks dot make, or no, dot erase handle. Actually, do std maps allow multiple keys of the same value? Std map multiple keys, no, multiple keys. Key with multiple values. So std map set existing key. Well, who knows? We will do it just to be safe. So erase handle and then log callbacks dot insert make pair of handle to a env, it's like global, new global ref, callback. So this will make sure that even when we leave the method, we maintain a reference to callback, even though we're no longer, even once this method returns. So the reference returned by new global ref will remain valid. All right, good. Next, we just have to implement this function here. So if callbacks handle, so if there is no callback registered to this handle, then just return. Otherwise, log callbacks dot log callbacks dot find handle dot second. Why doesn't it like this? No, that's good. So second should be a J object. So J object callback, and we're also going to get a by consumer. Oh, we need a JNI environment. I've written code for this as well. See, even though it is supposed to be thread safe and such, then when we return from this function where we're setting the log hook, env will no longer be valid because Java sometimes clears it out, and so we can't just pass it into the function the same way we do, where is it? Up here, we can't just pass it into the function the same way we pass in like this key here, because key is still going to remain a valid object, but the JNI environment will not be. So never fear, I have written code to work with this before. Over here, wait. IPython include instance, is it here specifically? Yeah, here we go. env.h and env.cpp. These guys have a little function like this. So we can actually just copy this in. m.h is a header file. Is going to contain all of this header file code. And new item CPP is going to contain, all of these CPP code. Except JNI version, she's the latest one. There we go. So after all of that, we have So if we do this, the difference here is that I do not want to, anything that Discord is logging should already be in the same thread, correct? Here, is there a way that we can say So, how about this? I'm going to somewhat edit this so that we can check whether something was changed. So if we do JNI env pointer pointer mvptr, then we should be able to get rid of that. Get environment pointer if env pointer is attached, then hang on. Control Shift Z. We do that instead. Interesting. So if we just, instead of doing all of this result nonsense, then what we can do is adjust some of this code a little bit. We'll instead return jint. And so how about this? JNI E detached. Otherwise, return result. Even better. Because otherwise we are just going to, no, otherwise we update result. Yeah, so like this. And even better, just always update result, and then prior to all of this, we will say, how do we adjust where this is pointing to? Equals a pointer to how are we going to do this? Void pointer pointer end pointer is going to point to env. So like that, I think. And that should work. Yeah. Except for the fact that we have to update the way this is set up. So if we if we then pass this over here, then rest pointer. Oh, and you return jint. There we go. And what doesn't it like about this? The pointer points to memory allocate on. Actually, yeah, this is completely wrong. Virtual constant char pointer, what const throw? What the? Huh? Yeah, but this is completely wrong. Actually, we don't even need this anymore, so we can take that out. Good. And then, yeah, all of that's good. All of that is good. All of that is good. All right. Next, in Discord core, one of the things that we do have to do is in create, we're just going to say we have to import that environment we just created. Close some of these files that we don't need open just to clear up this top bar. There we go. Set JVM, get Java VM. Does that work? Oh, sorry. Java VM pointer VM is null pointer, right? Java, so, and VM. Is that how you're supposed to do this, I think? Yeah, sure. So JVM, VM. Call this JVM. Returns a JInt, does it? Well, this should all be fine, I think. I'm not sure what this should all work, I think. Next, in LogHook, JNI M pointer M is null pointer, and then we can just say wait a minute. Shoot, this won't work. This shan't work. I programmed this wrong. Because currently, if you look at this, this is just saying point our input value to point to a new, change our input value to point to a new pointer, which is M, but no, we have to actually keep the pointer the same, but we have to adjust the pointer at that point to point to M. There we go. That will work. Don't know if that made any sense. In any case, JNI M pointer, M's null pointer. So JInt mres is env get JNI environment ampersand env. There we go. That should load the JNI environment into env if mres is not equal to JNI okay or and mres is not JNI e detached, then the JNI didn't actually get the environment, and so something went wrong, and we're just not gonna bother with it. Otherwise, callback is gonna be this. That's by consumer. Now, we're gonna call a method on by consumer. Except is method get method ID. That's what it's called. The class is by consumer. The name, I believe, is accept, and the signature is a void function which takes in a integer and a string. Is that correct? Actually, no, they're just going to be two objects, because that is, no, that's not correct either. Is it? Hang on, I gotta think about how JNI generic method signature. No. So, sorry, we have to figure out, because, well, didn't mean to drag that. In Java, by consumer is a generic class, so it takes in these types. So we have void accept takes in, I'm wondering if it's going to be two objects or if it's going to be the actual types. And I am not sure. I mean, they're both obviously going to be objects, but here. Well, to be fair, if they are objects, they're going to be L, so. Oops, didn't mean to do that, or did I? No. There we go. So, whoa, where am I looking? Here we go. So for native UV, no. Get foo. What is this Java P-S? You just Java. Oh, so it is a command. -S. Huh. So -S print internal type signatures. Oh, cool. So, So if we, well, let's try it out. So if we go to, say, create flags, and if we just in here, go to Discord, if we just define class test extend, implements by consumer integer string. So this is going to be like the type of method that we're looking for. Then generate. And there we go. Now if we look over here, tell it to build. And then let me actually get 7-zip ready. Sorry, navigating directories, documents. So looking at NetBeans projects, looking for Discord JNI build. Ooh, does it have all the class files? Ooh, it does. Well, that's just grand. Now if we do Java P-S, where is that? Discord test. Then you can see, here we go. So we have test, requires Discord because totally forgot to remove that. Oh, so look at this. It contains both an except for integer and string and an except for object and object. Huh, look at that. I never knew that we could do that. Oh, new tool. So if we just copy the one that we are going, they should be the same, but we will copy the more specific one. So, well, here, no. Let's copy the more general one. No, this is fine. This is fine, I think. Yeah, it should be fine. No, let's, just in case they subclass them, use object and object. And then we will say, whoops, except can I say if except is, if except is null, then probably doesn't exist, so return. Actually, here, can I throw illegal argument exception on the environment, and we're just going to say no valid except method found for log hook. And there we go. Log hook. Return. And then if we find that, then finally call back no, it's emb call void method we're going to call it with callback. We're going to call accept. And now the arguments, we have to pass in a jint log level and new string UTF message. Now we will just define this in Discord utils. Log level. And please capitalize that because C++ does naming conventions differently. Do this, capitalize that. And then finally, switch level case debug case level, no, case log level debug, return 700. Oop. Actually, because it works better, oops, no, do that. Warn, no, this is warn, this is error, this is info, 7, 8, 9, and 0. There we go. And now, there we go. If we just quickly make sure this builds. Whoa, all kinds of warnings. Clearly, we didn't escape a JNI import somewhere with pragma warnings disables. Discord core. Oh, it's probably an env because we just copy pasted this. Yeah. Hashtag pragma warning disable push. No. There's no disable. Up. And take out exception because we don't need that anymore. Build. It's better. env get jvm unreferenced inline function has been removed. What in the world does that mean? Function unreferenced inline function has been removed. Oh, that's completely fine. Well, we do call this though. We do call this though. Discord JNI core create. Let's return. Well, it's just standard problems. Log hook identifier not found. Well, yeah, because this is defined all the way down here when we could in fact move it all the way up here to make it work. Here we go. Can we build again? Really? We don't call setJVM? We should call it... We call it right here, setJVM. Java VM pointer. Oh, no, I'm just doing it completely incorrectly. No? No, that's right. And then we set JVM to this. What's going on with that? Get JNI env. But these are referenced is my problem. They are referenced. Function, unreferenced inline function. 114 called. But my problem is that it says it's unreferenced and therefore removed, but it is referenced and therefore shouldn't be removed. I mean, it's referenced right here on line 37. Can we try rebuilding? Nope. That shouldn't be a thing. Well, I am not sure what to say about that. I mean, in any case, I do think that you should be able to define functions which aren't currently in use, so. Warning levels. Shoot, how do we... disable specific warnings 4514. And there we go. Unresolved external symbol. Oh yay. These are always so horribly fun to deal with. It's just not finding this function here. Discord core, getCore. I probably changed the signature or something, didn't I? Didn't I? SetLogHook, RunCallbacks, destroy, create. Well, I'm just not seeing it. It's weird. getCore. It's defined. Huh. Weird. Let me just store all of this here and then run back all of this till a point where we do have that. Weird. It's totally here earlier. Still not here. Nope. Oh, here it is. It is. Okay, now let's just redo all of these changes. And still going. Almost there. There we go. Now, I can scroll down here and add that. Build. Oh, so fun. Oh, so fun. What happened? What happened? Class function not inlined? Did we just try building that again? Nope, still a billion errors. So, what is like C4710? Given function was selected for inline span, the compiler did not. Has discretion, the inline queue. Mechanical reasons. So the given function was selected for inline expansion, but the compiler did not perform it. Doesn't seem like a problem. Oh, this one is somewhat of a problem. We'll just make everything else, it's not that info. Just go through these one at a time, I guess. Like, what's 4711? The compiler performed inlining, although it was not marked for inlining. To enable a warning. So, like, why are C4711 and C4710, why are these warnings? I mean, I think after reading them, I think I'm just going to turn them off completely. Because that just doesn't make sense. Doesn't seem like a problem with the actual code. I know it's here. Here we go. 4710, 4711. There. All of those are disabled. Yeah, so after you disabled those, almost all of them just went away. Oh. JNI.h, where all the JNI.h's should be behind pragma warning stops. All of them. That one is, that one is, that one is. Oh, nope, it's gone. It's gone. Just build again. There we go. Nothing, we're all good. Okay, good. So, next, this has taken quite a bit longer extra time than I thought it would. But it'll be worth it. At least it should be worth it. Define, run callbacks, and what was the other one? Set log. Where is it? SetLogHook. And these will take in. You're just going to take in that, and you're going to call run. Oh, I didn't. 1 second. I didn't actually copy all the method definitions into the H file. Callbacks takes in JNI and JString handle, right? Yep. And we're also going to have void SetLogHook does all this stuff. There we go. That should fix it. Discord core, no, DLL main. Run callbacks, and SetLogHook is going to take in a handle and a JObject callback. I'm going to pass in handle callback to SetLogHook. And there we go. That you should be done. We'll just make sure that still builds. Done. And now you are going to be able to throw. What does that throw? Illegal argument exception. There we go. Next, we just have to actually add code for these in here. So that will do public void run callbacks. It's going to call core JNI dot run callbacks handle, which rows square public void actually, before I forget, boolean is closed. This way we can track when the state close is. And then finally, there we go. And then finally as well, we're going to have, well, can I, the public boolean is closed, turn, is closed. There we go. All right, now what was I saying? Yes, public void set log hook to a by consumer of level and string callback, return, don't return, core JNI dot SetLogHook handle level message goes to hook. Yeah, what did I call it? Callback. Callback dot accept. Level from int level message, and level from int is going to say public static final, well, public static level from int level level greater than or equal to 1000 return level dot severe level greater than equals 900 return warning level greater than equals 800 return dot return info 700 config, and then just return fine after that. There we go. And with that, I think that we are done for the day. Yes. All right. Now, I think we are actually done for the day. Sorry for the extra hour of time spent adding on these two methods. Totally didn't think it would take that long, but live and learn. All right, so that should actually be all I have for you today. All right. Boy.